But there's so much you can do with this wonderful spreadable butter, you know. I mean, it goes so far is that there's some people who will put it on their pizza.
Well, no, I wouldn't. But I was even thinking, when I was watching the video, I was like, what do I apply butter to? And obviously I was thinking, okay, you got the classic sandwich. But I was really thinking, like, what do I even apply butter to? And there's literally never anything.
Somebody said to me, although he is making money from the tobacco, from cigarettes, he doesn't allow smoking around him. He doesn't smoke.
Imagine, yeah.
So this is the toxicity, all of these things. They're making the money. They know what's good.
Yeah. They're probably not eating it. They're not eating it.
You know, it's these little things of margarine being processed, whereas butter is natural. The more we swing to that side, margarine is something that is being put together. We know that anything that is processed, the more human beings interfere with it, the more problematic it becomes.
Yeah.
How we doing, Robust family? And we have a show coming up now, and I know you're gonna love it. But before we continue, can I ask you all to just do me a small favor? I need you to give a robust smash to that like and subscribe button. It helps us a lot, and it makes sure that you do not miss a breakfast show beat. Do it right now, click that button, and I'll see you in the show. See you in a sec. Good day. It's gonna be a good day. Ow, ow, ow. That's right, guys. It's that time. This is your breakfast show. It's time to shine. And I'm your host, Robert Ashitey, and I'm gonna be with you from now until the hours of 9 o'clock this morning. So we are talking not 1 but 2 hours of power for you to start your morning right. Did I say I'm your robust presenter? That's just how it goes down. And today in the Cat Cam, returning back. I'll just say that in just a second. Let me levitate. Let me levitate. There we go. You see that? I got superpowers. I got powers. Guys, today is Wellness Wednesday here on the Breakfast Show. We look at tools, tips and ideas, ways to take care of our only temple we have to live in while we're here. Over the perch in the corner we have in the Cat Cam, the one and only Kathleen, our lady of sound this morning. How we doing, super lady?
Good morning.
Yes, I can see you just caught your breath back. You just inhaled, after whizzing around, setting things up on the camera this morning. Honestly speaking, I think the mornings do you well. The mornings do you well. You're good. You function well in the mornings, Kat. Some you have better days than others, but it's good to have you with us. And being a lady of this is your new technique now, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's your thing.
It's not in my face.
Yeah, and the sound I think maybe I might try that as well. Look, I think why not?
It's not long enough.
It's not long enough.
Yeah.
Like what if I did this? Like if I did 1, 2, look at that. I think 1, 2. Look at that.
But
see?
the mic is different. The mics are different. Yeah.
See,
so that one has to be like that.
So you get special effects. You do this, you get stars. You do this, you get hearts. I get nothing. I get nothing.
What can I say?
I get nothing. It's okay, fine.
When you do the Thursday program, you can do this.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think this coming Thursday, Relationship Power Thursday, which we have on Breakfast Show, is the last Thursday you're doing your course, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, I would love to experiment trying that out then. Okay, thank you, Kat. You brought joy and completion to my life.
You're welcome.
Yeah. See, she says that like looking downwards. She's like, let him go on his emotional journey. I just say what he needs to hear. That's it. Let him travel on his emotional. All right, guys. Well, anyway, as well as Kathleen being ready and wired to go, we have here in the studios joining us to my left, the one, the only, is the mama herself, Mama Sonia. Good morning to you, Mama Sonia. Wagwan.
Good morning,
Oh, yeah. Why you move back far? You might there, sir. You're moonwalking.
I want to mean a moonwalk.
Hey, you just moonwalk. Hey, I call your name. I call you. You just moonwalk out the same.
You do follow fashion.
I have to follow fashion, Mama Sonia. Every time you come on the show, you always bring that bright vim. I was even saying during when we was getting the show ready, I went over getting ready to see what top up I'm going to wear because it's raining here in the UK, and I looked at my top. I was going to reach out for the navy blue one, I was like, no, Mama Sonia gonna be here. Yeah, she's gonna be doing bright colours, so okay, let me go a bit lighter. Let me use this one instead. Yeah, so yeah, Mama Sonia, you bring that Vim. You bring that
Bless
Vim.
you. Una my family man. Me love the whole of Uno.
Absolutely. And also joining us in the studio this morning, it's Miss Sunshine herself. Do you want? No, you have to let me do the thing, Kat. You have to let me do the thing. You're just like, yeah, I'm doing the build up. You're just like, no, it's like, the one, the only. It's Miss Sunshine herself. It's Deborah.
Hey, everybody. hey.
How you doing, Debs?
I am good.
Yeah.
Had to battle through the rain, but I got here.
Yes. This
raring to
rain
go.
is affecting everybody. I mean, Mama Sonia showed me her coat, and she took public transport. Like, and the coat was like,
Yeah.
she came through the jungle of the Amazon. Yeah, like just
get beat up by the
like this rain, like you know. So, but we all made it here. We know how to survive in the hood
that's
It's
it.
a
and
blessing.
stay alive. Some good energy this morning.
Wonderful.
And guys, here's a question for all of you. What do you know? Open camera. What do you know about butter, ladies? What do you know about butter?
Butter.
Butter. Yeah, butter, margarine. What do you know about it?
The ordinary butter I would spread on my toast every day. Margarine for me is more cakes and pastries and stuff like that. That's how we do it. But then you have to be careful what types. And then they say that some butters are really not butter as well. So that's why I'm really looking forward to this show, because then I'll get to know the ins and outs. Because you know, some of them they say, oh, it's I can't believe it's not butter.
Yeah.
And then you're thinking, what is it then?
What is it?
So yeah, I want to know. I want to know.
Great.
Yeah.
And what about you, Mama Sonia?
Well, to be honest, years ago I used to use butter like you're painting a wall. You know, to get the bread and just
Go to town. She went to town.
But I haven't had butter for years.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
For years.
So what you do then?
I use like olive oil on my
Okay.
bread. Yes.
Okay, is that how we rolling? That's it. You see, these are Mama Sonia tricks, you know, there's old school tricks, and they just, you know, I remember when I was in secondary school, right? And I think we had a teacher called Miss Orn. I think it was Miss Orn. I can't remember. I think it was Miss Orn. And she said, yeah, back in the day when we used to spread something on our bread, we used to use lard.
Yeah, no, that's it. Yeah, and I know that. You know what? I like. You know what's funny? Like the Americans, sometimes you see this, they throw a big block of it, and I'm like, what? You gonna fry with that? But they do it, you know, and they get on. But
Wow. So this is interesting. And so when we do have that piece of toast or whatever, you know, we always like to have it. It's like, I like my bread. I don't do just jam. I put butter or whatever,
like an undercoat.
spread. Yeah, because it tastes. When my friend revealed that to me, at first my friend, this is when I was like, I think 10 years old or whatever. I remember I went to my friend's house and he goes, all right, let's do some jam sandwiches. I'm like, cool. So we got like little us going to the kitchen, like, me, my little afro and everything. In, he's curly head boy, yeah. And afterwards, like he's doing the thing, and he put butter first. I'm like, oh, you're just having bread and butter. And he goes, no, you put that. You put the. I'm like,
yeah. Actually, that is, back in the day.
Are you crazy? And then after he's like, no, it tastes good. And I said, nah, no, it tastes good. Because I've never liked jam and bread by itself.
Okay.
Yeah,
Really, I've liked it. I've ate it because it's supposed to be something that you do. But up until that point, it didn't make sense to put butter on it.
Yeah.
And afterwards, I was like, fine, all right. He goes, try it. You like it? I'm like, I don't like it. Okay. Then I bit into it. He cut it in half.
Yeah.
So it's a rectangle. I bit into it.
And it was that moment, was it?
Sublime cosmic forces. This is what's been missing all my life. And I chewed it slowly. From that day when I was 10, everything
Changed. Life was never the same again.
Yeah. Look at cat throwing out gang signs. So literally, even then my children, they wrote the journey to Damascus moment with that as well, because they were like, because their mum doesn't do that, right? Because she doesn't try stuff, so she didn't change. 23 years married, they didn't try. So anyway, the children were like, I was like, just try it, and they were like. You see it happen to them as well.
Woo!
Cosmic forces, bright lights. We're going to be literally going into a first clip today. All right. We're going to be showing some elements about our theme for today. Our theme for today is going to be all about butter. butter versus margarine. Butter versus margarine. It's going to be very, very, very interesting today because, you know, it was actually Kat that threw this one up. Like there are those things I have in the back of my mind all the time, but it's like Kat literally has a way where she just connects. She just connects and she like just brings the things forward. And it was, she just, it's like, cat cam. See, the revelation came from Mount Sinai there, the cat cam. All right, and you know, and it's a very powerful subject. Yeah. So we're gonna be going into it today, and I've got a video to show you. I've got a very interesting video that I want to show you. The first video that I want to show you this morning, okay, and it's quite interesting because we have our own ideas of butter, right? We have our own thoughts about butter. We have our background. Like I said, I had my revelation to Damascus here. Actually, no, we have our own ideas about health. Let me show you this one first. Basically, sometimes we all know that holistic person, or we have that holistic friend. There we go, down. There we go. There she is. There we go. Yeah, we have that holistic friend, right? That person who's always they got holistic ideas. You know what I mean? And nowadays, you know, there's been a lot of issues about people, you know, doing things to improve their health off their nature and all that kind of stuff. But we look at some things that we have in our kitchen cupboard in our grocery store. But sometimes we have that friend who's just in it. He's just in it. And on Wednesday, we kind of tap into those people. I mean, but whether you like it or not, it's for our own good. Check this out.
Hold on.
Oh.
Oops.
Okay, there we go. Booyah shaka.
Simos, good for you. Ginger.
Who has a friend like that? Who has a friend like that? Or maybe you're like that. Any of you guys have a friend like that? No, Miss Watts. No,
not that crazy.
Okay, play it one more time. Play it one more time, so you can kind of digest the essence of it. Have a look at this again. Here we go.
Simos, good for you. Ginger. What was that?
Wake up.
Yeah. So
There's that beginning bit remind you of like a mother that's like, yeah, you know, to get well so that you can get off to school, like, because we don't want you home. So
that's right. You know, the interesting thing is, those days, back in the day, it used to be among the family, it used to be within your town, and everyone would know what to do, what plants and things. But now we've got access to information, you know, at our fingertips, right? You know, sometimes I hear you, Mama Sonia, you drop some bombs there, some things like, yo, try this. Oh, look what's going on with you. Take this. You bust out with the cinnamon out your side of your pocket from the from the tree bark. You know what I mean? And then you come along with something like, yeah, you know, I heard. So we got a lot of information today. So just bear in mind that I am not a nutritionist. All right, I'm just your robust presenter who likes to gather information and share it with the masses. So make sure with the subjects we speak about today, always follow your doctor's instructions, because even with holistic ideas and things that we do normally, you know, your physical body is different, right? You know, there's some people that they take something that has a lot of vitamin K in it, but guess what? If you're on warfarin as a blood thinner, you're putting yourself in trouble. So that's just one example there. So anyway, like we said, we've got Sinead, Miss Louis Vuitton is in the house.
Oh yes, Miss Sinead is saying good morning, breakfast show family. Stamford Hill Connected, and Becca saying good morning, BSF.
That's it. All right, so we're going to show our first video. Breakfast show.
It's part of the condition. I'm sure it is.
Good morning to you, Becca. By the way, Becca, sorry about yesterday. I know some of our listeners, they were looking for the 4 p.m. show yesterday, and it was a bit of a mix-up. Some of you messaged me. All right, really apologize for that, but we're getting it sorted out, and 4 p.m. this show will replay if you catch it halfway, etc. All right, and we're going to have our trivia this later on in the show as well, to see what you know about butter and margarine. It's going to be good fun. So let me show you this first video coming up. All right, and basically it's going to be all about butter today. Would love to know your thoughts on butter. 1A. Yep, 1A. All right, and we're gonna go into this today, and you know, sometimes butter is with me, it's just a spread, right? But some people can't even say the word. some people like even just to say the word butter is like a challenge.
Blasphemy.
Yeah, it's like yeah. Like, I mean, check this out. This is some countries that they're just struggling with the. Yeah, this is for you, Kat. Where some countries just struggle with the word butter. Check this out. Look at this.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Is it up north?
It's tomorrow.
No, it's tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Butter.
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 Listen. Butter.
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 That sounds better.
again?
That sounds better.
Butter.
Very good. Thank you very much indeed. Standard English on the streets of Teesside. Together, we can do this. Damon Green, ITV News.
So I mean, butter. Even just the word alone can be a challenge for some people.
But that's a northern accent, isn't it?
That's a northern accent.
Yes.
Let me see, butter. I say butter.
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 Yeah. But then
Butter.
the Cockneys, they say butter.
Yeah. So it's that kind of thing. So from language all the way to that putting it in our mouth. But some people, like, they just hear about butter, and some people just start eating butter like normal. Would you eat butter by itself?
No, not really. Why? Because it's got to have something with it.
You have to.
It is a spread.
It is a spread.
Yeah.
Who
It's a
said
spread. You have to put it
Who
on.
said it's a spread?
You use it as a spread.
No, but who said it's a spread?
I don't know.
Okay. I'm just saying. We're talking ideas
So
here,
are
right?
you the type to take a spoonful of butter?
No, I'm not. But this guy coming up is. Check this out.
Okay.
Hey man, did you do the post lab for Lab B? Not
Hold
yet.
on
no.
a minute. What is
Oh, alright.
Oh no.
Are you eating butter? Yeah. Dude, you can't do that.
Your flash.
Why not?
Oh, thank you.
That's just not something that people do. I mean, so what? I'm a grown man. So if I want to, I'll take another bite. If I want to, I'll go wherever the hell I want. I mean, I guess, but like, does that even taste good? No.
So
Yuck.
right. So
Yeah.
we all have our ideas about butter. Some people wouldn't eat it as a bar, but there are people who actually do. They eat it like that. There's a nice lady I saw online. I wanted to show her a video, but I won't show it today. But there's so much you can do with this wonderful spreadable butter. You know, I mean, it goes so far is that there's some people who will put it on their pizza. Seriously, yeah, I know you look at it like, you put cheese in your pizza, so why not put butter on your pizza, Debs?
And less likely because it's got cheese. That's why I wouldn't really put the butter.
Okay, so
on
because
there.
you've got the cheese, you wouldn't spread it on.
No, because it's like you got the cheese, and the cheese has its oils already. So why would you put butter on it?
But I think butter's this mystery character in a video game that you never knew existed, but then when you try it, it just makes everything a little bit better when you try it differently, Mama Sonia.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Although it's a long time and not taste it.
let's not tempt you.
When if I'm doing like a mashed potato, then sometimes you could just put that little bit of butter, and it just melts so beautifully.
Would you use margarine?
To put on there?
Yeah.
Possibly. If yeah.
That's good. All right, well, guys, check this out. I mean, would you put butter on pizza? Let's see what this guy did.
Hey. Hi? You making a pizza? Yeah. Who are you? Butter it. What? Butter the pizza before you put it in the oven. Just a little bit on top. Are you Satan? It's just butter. I don't think the pizza needs butter. It's gonna make the pizza better. It's gonna make the cheese that much gooier. Oh
Your
my.
heart. Failing.
It's delicious. Who are you? Oh, I'm Devin from Planet Fitness, actually. How about starting off the new year right and shedding off some of those unwanted pounds? What do you say? Let's sign you up for a monthly gym membership? Actually, you're probably gonna need an annual.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's how they get you.
That's how they get you, Kat. So that was interesting. So he tried something new. It tasted good. But the truth is that butter has actually been vilified, right? Like butter, I don't know about you,
Vilified?
but vilified, yeah. So that
like
means it's
like the villain. Yeah, been seen as the villain
that's right.
in our culinary creation.
That's right. And we just see it as like just the bad guy. I mean, guys, what do you think? What are your thoughts about butter? Please put it there in the live chat, all right? Because we're going to be talking about butter. We're going to be looking at the good, the bad, and the ugly, all right? We've got a lady here. She's literally on a mission with this butter here. What are your thoughts about her? Put her in the live, put your comments in the live chat, your thoughts about her. I've got this lady coming up because after I show you this, I'm going to show you butter versus margarine, all right? In terms of what it does for you. Check this out, guys. Look at this lady.
Oh, not a butter mukbang.
What is that? Wow. I could never do that. Why do they always look the same? The ladies who do this.
They use Samsung.
It's a Samsung. This is crazy. I'm sorry. This is too far.
No.
This is way too far.
This is over the
Why is it
Can
crumbling?
you just imagine her insides? Oh my goodness.
I want to know what else she been eating. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? This is like only plate one. She look like a whole list of other things she's going to be trying out. Yo, father. Ouch. That's all I can say. Mama Sonia, what's Look at your face, Mama Sonia.
That ain't right. That ain't right.
You ain't never seen that before, Mama Sonia. I mean, look, but you know what? To be honest with you, she might actually be onto something here, all right? The reason why, because when we look at butter, all right, let's go for that.
Even Kat's face, she's even thinking like that's like.
But we're gonna go into it. We're gonna go into it today. All right, we're gonna go into it today, and we're gonna take a time out, and we're just gonna go into butter versus margarine. Okay, so we've looked at people's thoughts on butter. Maybe you saw that lady chomping away, and you're like, you're mad.
You're mad.
We're going to show you today how to make your own butter, if it is such a good thing. All right. And it's very, very simple. We're going to show you today how easy it is. We're going to show you butter compared to margarine. And we're going to, debunk some of the myths that have come up. All right. All that and much more is happening right now. It's just coming up to 7:28 p.m. And obviously we're going to have our trivia to know all about what you know about butter. All right, guys. So wherever you are, let us know your thoughts on butter. Type it there in the live chat. When we send the WhatsApp line to those on the Breakfast Show broadcast, please make sure you share it along. All right. What is it, Kat?
Sinead said that she is not a woman.
She's not.
Oh yeah, she's not. She's not human.
It's a cyborg.
Yeah,
it's like a trash compactor. It doesn't matter. Like, because I just see, like, when you got the octopus and people just dip it in vinegar, and just yum, and the octopus is trying to fight back.
They're literally when it's alive.
Like,
when it's alive.
It's alive, yeah. And you see the octopus not like this.
They leave it.
At least they're light in their face.
It's one of those ones. We got some comments here, Debs.
So David is saying butter on pizza. So I think he's trying to say no sir. No way. No sir. And then Sinead says she likes butter.
That's it. Okay. So Miss Miss Louis Vuitton in Stamford Hill likes butter. That's a good sign already in the right direction for us. All right, guys. So let's keep it going. We're gonna go for a timeout for you as you're getting ready to start your day. When you're probably having a shower, getting the kids ready, opening up shop, getting your stock, getting your merchandise for your business, or maybe you're just laying in and the Breakfast Show is helping you to cradle you into your new day as you shake yourself out of the bed to get out of the sheets and expose yourself to the cold. And also joining us in the table of justice, we have the one only I Am Will over there. He's made his way. Yes.
Good morning.
You have a fan club who adore your hats. Yeah, they adore your hats. Like when you come in with a cat, they're like, "Oh, who's that mysterious guy?" So it's like it's almost becoming a trademark.
It is actually. I think it's a trademark by now.
And we're talking about butter. We're talking about butter. All right, guys, what are your thoughts on butter? We'd love to know. We got some comments in the live chat, Debs.
Yes, we do. From M. Pedro, from Maria Pedro, saying bom dia, familia, good morning, BSF, and everyone. And she said she's battling the rain this morning. Yeah, like us all. Yeah, this morning here, and she's saying enjoy the show. And we have a message from the nice, lovely Julie saying good morning, Robert, Kat, Mama Sonia, Deborah, I am Will, and all Breakfast Show faithfuls. Top of the morning to you all.
This is great. This is great. And it was quite interesting how they put on some J-pop, that whole butter thing. K-pop, you know, whichever. Yeah. Sorry, let me say it right. I don't even know if my niece.
It's not Japanese, it's Korean.
Korean, fine. Thank you. Thank you. You can't say nothing nowadays, man. Literally, everything
We need to get it right, isn't it? And Kat corrects us.
Yeah, K-pop, J-pop. She's that generation. You know what I'm saying? All right, guys. So we're coming into it right now, and the subject is butter. We're looking at butter. Butter versus margarine. All right, and normally we don't probably even think about it. We don't literally compare the two normally. However, there are some great differences, and we see that people have very strong thoughts about butter, you know, and we so much so, I don't know which camp you fall under, but when we start talking about butter, people can get a bit triggered, all right, which is one of those 2024 terms that we keep using, but there are some people who absolutely love butter. I mean, we've got this lady coming up, like we showed someone just eating butter straight up, and we look like,
yeah, it's like, what is that all about?
Yeah. Will just woke up, he's like,
no, because wait, how do you beat, because it's so close to the, like, how do you even sink your teeth?
You just sink. She had a little bar, and she was just like,
yeah,
like chocolate.
Yeah, that's how she was eating it. Yeah,
and so some people are halfway there. I mean, check this lady out. I mean, how do you feel about? Would you try this? Check this out. Wow.
Oh, come on.
Wow. Oh, Lady, Lord. Oh, Father, can you hear it chomping in her mouth?
Why?
And then they say I'm unhealthy.
Sorry, Kat, we know you wouldn't do something like that.
That's crazy.
Wow,
that's strong.
Chocolate flavored butter.
That definitely ain't right.
My friend.
Yeah, she's doing it with passion, though. Yeah, and she's really focused.
Yeah,
she's not even dipping in the chocolate anymore. She's just going for butter.
Yes.
Yeah, she knows what she wants.
She knows what she wants. Something I go on there. Something I go on. Yeah, yeah.
Was that Nutella or something?
Yeah.
Like, oh my.
And you know what? Here's the interesting thing, right? She's actually doing right halfway there. I know it might sound a bit crazy, but we're gonna find out in just a sec. Oh my gosh.
All right.
Yeah, I think
she's trying to bodybuild or something.
She might be. She probably someone told her that she looks too skinny. She's trying to rectify it herself, like, you know, like how dare you?
Is it good?
Yeah, she inhaled, like, I think I hit the spot, but it's interesting. I mean, we're seeing that, and we're seeing that as self punishment, right, Mama Sonia? I mean, would you try that?
No.
Okay, all right. With Debs, I mean, like, would you give it a try?
No, not like that. If you're going to mix butter and chocolate, it's got to be a cake. Not like that.
Nothing like that. I mean, Will, you're a young man. You know, you're always looking to burn some energy. You know, and put that testosterone to good use. I mean, would you try that? Like, you know, like to give you a bit of fuel for the day.
Well, no, I wouldn't. But I was even thinking, when I was watching the video, I was like, what do I apply butter to? And obviously I was thinking, okay, you got the classic sandwiches, but I was really thinking, like, what do I even apply butter to? And there's literally never anything. So I just assume I get my butter from stuff that already was just used as an ingredient.
Yeah, that's a very interesting point.
Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying the show. Just thought I'd interrupt. If you haven't done already, smash the robust like and subscribe button. Why not? Why not? You like us, I like you. Why not?
Yeah, we've got quite a few shocked faces there in the live chat, don't we?
Yeah.
I think today's more of a shocking day
Anonymous
than anything.
says, Plaza Connected saying, good morning, but she said good morning, Plaza. But anyway, God bless you. Anyway, Anonymous, whoever you are. Sinead is like shocked. Yeah, and she's like, oh no, not for me.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Majuli, I'm with you. And Sinead, I'm a bit shocked, basically, very shocked.
All right, so look, we're gonna go here. We've got something from Dr. Berg. We're gonna go straight to Dr. Berg. I've just put it there. Here, Cat. All right, there we go. There to the far side, purple top. There we go, Dr. Berg. All right, but check this out. All right, so some of you might be chomping at that stick of butter, and you might not be doing something so bad. All right, check what Dr. Berg has to say. All right, look what Dr. Berg says. Check this out. I love me a bit of Dr. Berg in the morning. Go ahead, man.
Remember, even as a child growing up, I craved butter. I could eat an entire pound of butter in one sitting. Little did I know what was in that butter. There was vitamin D in there, but there was also vitamin K2. And vitamin K2 works with vitamin D, especially in the formation of the strength of your teeth and your bones. And unfortunately, I was living on sugar and didn't get my butter fix, and I pretty much ended up with cavities in every single tooth in my skull. But it just goes to show you the importance of the right nutrition as you're developing.
That's right. So sometimes people are actually onto something with these odd habits that they might have. Deb looks like I'm not sold on the idea.
No.
I'm looking at your face.
I was looking at when he said vitamin D and K. I was like, yay!
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So now we're starting to look inside of it. All right, we've seen he Dr. Berg, he looks into a matter, right? And why is he the person who looks into a matter? And so basically, let's see what a doctor actually says about butter. Remember, we're going to be looking at butter versus margarine, but let's have a look at butter first. Check this out, guys.
Here's one bogus health fact that you believe, that butter is bad. Well, that is a big lie. Butter is loaded with vitamin A, D, K2, and E, so your fat-soluble vitamins, as well as iodine, selenium, and lecithin, which is great for your heart health. Grass-fed butter is actually higher in the omega-3 fatty acids compared to regular butter, and that's why I love grass-fed butter. It's also higher in CLA, conjugated linoleic acid, which is a natural fat burner, so you're gonna love that as well. So my tip is eat a high quality grass-fed butter or ghee whenever you can to help with your heart health. Follow for more natural health tips.
All right. So she just kind of broke down what those K's and all those kind of things actually mean for the body. All right. Now, remember, this is, Wednesday, we kind of start to change our mind, right? Remember, everything you do, always follow your doctor's instructions. I'm just your robust presenter here, sharing some interesting, robust information that we receive. All right. Okay, so always for your doctor's instructions. But I mean, now what are your thoughts now, Mama Sonia? Now that we have, someone sharing a few things, breaking down what those K's and D's and omegas mean. Yeah, what are your thoughts now?
It's interesting. I'm just learning something today.
So here's the thing, right? We got actually a thing where we're actually showing you butter, like some of the health benefits of butter. So today we are, like we said, we're looking at the subject of butter versus margarine. All right, butter versus margarine. Oh gosh, my finger here is getting a bit mad. All right, butter versus margarine, and I've got like it on the big screen, the one that says butter or margarine, cat. All right, I tried to do it here. Let me see. Here we go. Butter versus margarine. Here we go. That's better. All right, so we've got butter versus margarine. All right, and this is what we're looking at. So we know that there's some good things. We're going to be going more into it as we go through it gradually today. What's that? Anonymous says comfort eating. Yeah. What was it?
And then saying that's right. There tells a story of that lady's life. I think the one that was having the butter and the Nutella.
That wasn't.
Yeah, because she didn't look happy, did she?
No. But imagine this. Imagine like for that lady, the butter is good grass-fed butter. So we're talking about grass-fed butter here. Usually there's like a spectrum of things, right? You've got what's good and then things that we do to it and it becomes even butter, but it's something different, right? But that lady, she had, even if that was grass-fed butter, she's having it as using an excuse to have Nutella, which we know is packed full of sugar, right? So that's not, she's doing right, but then she's
contradicting,
mashing herself up on the other side. But if we're going to be looking at butter today, we're going to be looking at butter today versus margarine. I've got a picture here just for you guys to have a look at. And butter or margarine, this is from Megan Telner, all right? And basically they've looked at what's better for you. So basically organic butter is made from dairy, high in saturated fats, contains nutrients like vitamins A, D, and E, source of K2, like we heard just earlier, rich in CLA, which is helpful for weight loss, right? We thought it actually helps us put weight on. It's hormone free if you get it grass fed, because some cows now they go through some stuff. All right, literally, man, these creatures. All right, contains calcium, can help fight inflammation. But then when we look at margarine, it's made from hydrogenated vegetable oils, which we're going to go more in later. High in trans fat, may contains nickel, cadmium, lead, because it goes for a whole process. So there's heavy metals, trans heavy metals can increase risk of cardiovascular disease, decrease immunity. Do you know what I mean? So you can see linked to so you can see that we're talking a different ball game in terms of how these things can actually impact us, right? But now what we're going to do, I'm going to show you another clip here. All right, as we're building up the case for butter. All right, and so we got another lady here again sharing her thoughts, some other thoughts on butter. So the first one, she kind of said, look, we've been lied to about how bad butter is for you, and now she gave 3 interesting points about some of the ingredients, and now this lady takes it a bit further. Check this clip out, guys.
This one?
Yes.
Here are 3 reasons you need more butter in your life. So reason number 1, it contains butyric acid. And this is really important for feeding your microbiome, your good probiotics in your gut, important for proper digestion, for your body's metabolism, but also for your immune system. Another reason, number 2, is that these fats from butter help to keep your blood sugar balanced. So healthy fats, we know, are a great way to manage those spikes in our blood glucose levels, helps with maintaining a healthy body weight as well. And number 3, grass-fed butter has 500% more CLA, conjugated linoleic acid, which is something that people take as a supplement for weight loss and helping to burn off that body fat. Follow for more natural health tips.
All right, so there we go. It's starting to look good now, right? This is grass-fed organic butter. Think about it, something natural that comes from nature. Everyone's gonna have their different thoughts on it, but we're hearing a bit more of a positive spin to it this morning. I mean, right now, your thoughts, Will. You got that moment of Damascus moment, lights starting to get closer. I mean, share your thoughts.
I was saying, I was thinking just before the social shock, this might be the biggest surprise of a topic we've covered that I've been present for, because I was expecting to hear how bad butter was. I've always thought because I'm not like an addict in that sense where I'd buy into a bar. I genuinely didn't even know that was something people did.
That's right.
If I'm just being honest,
right.
I didn't know that at all, because I've had butter where I didn't even think it's so tasty that like you know that people would bite into it like chocolate, you know. So to hear that it's actually quite nutritional and it actually provides you all these vitamins, I wouldn't have guessed that whatsoever.
That's interesting.
I'd have never ever guessed it.
Do you know what I'm saying? This is it. So we're developing the thought now, all right? We're there, we're working, we're changing our mind, we're looking at the other side of the situation. Like you said, normally we expect to hear how terrible it is. That's it. We're going into, oh yeah, we're going to kill butter today. We're going to kill it. We're going to kill Wellness Wednesday. But it's actually a different spin. Oh, by the way, a huge good morning to Mark over there in Croydon.
Good morning.
Morning to you, Mark. Awesome.
And Anita Samuels saying it's funny because when growing up, my mum used to use margarine before making the switch to butter because she was told by our doctor to use butter. So yeah.
Oh,
yeah, interesting. Yeah.
I would have thought. I'm not joking. I would have thought that people would be advised to use margarine over butter. That's actually that. And even then, I don't know why. I just always had the idea that margarine was something that was healthier than butter.
Yeah. It's interesting, right? Check this out. Even in terms of our blood sugar levels, because we don't want to have blood sugar spikes, right? Look at we have our guy here. He always tests food on himself to see how it affects his blood sugar levels. I love watching his material. Check this out.
See what butter does to my blood sugar.
This
is exactly 2 ounces of grass-fed butter, and it contains 46 grams of fat. I do know that butter is high in cholesterol, and there are conflicting viewpoints regarding ingesting too much. But of the 3 macronutrients, fats have the least effect on your glucose levels. So let's give it a try. All right, it's been a couple of hours since I've had the butter. Let's have a look at the glucose monitor to see what happened. And you can see here there's no elevation in my blood sugar. It is a nice, even, straight line all the way across. And that's because fats have very little effect on your glucose levels. When considering the 3 macronutrients, carbohydrates have the greatest impact on your blood sugar, followed by proteins, which can have a low to medium impact, and fats are at the very bottom with almost no effect on your glucose levels whatsoever. Of course, individual results will vary, especially if you're diabetic. Stay tuned for more.
There you go.
Let's see what butter does to my blood sugar. This is exactly.
We're seeing a different picture now, right? Now, don't get me wrong. If you go online, you can find other different varying opinions, but just looking at what butter contains, and then we're looking at how fats actually affect our blood sugar. Do you get what I mean? We're starting to win. We're starting to, I mean, you look excited, Will.
Yeah, I am. This is, I'm welcoming this revelation, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm very happy that I can continue using butter.
Now, here we go. We're going to go into margarine now. All right. So remember, this is butter versus margarine. We're going to go into margarine to have a bit of a clearer idea on the subject. Guys, if you've had any experience with butter or margarine, keep them coming. We love hearing from you. Oh, by the way, we've also got a message here. Before I forget, we have to have our morning dose of our breakfast show welcomes this morning. We've got a message here from the one, the only. It's Annabelle. Let's hear what she's saying. Come on, soldier.
Hello, hello, hello. Buenos dias, the breakfast show. Hi guys, good morning. It's Annabelle from Newcastle. I hope everyone is okay. Looking forward to see the differences between margarine and butter. You see, in my case, I say butter with my Spanglish, but butter in Spanish is mantequilla. So yeah, I hope everyone have a wonderful day and take care of yourself. Bye.
We receive it.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Annabelle. You're absolutely awesome. And also, we got some other comments here. Kicking off, all right. But there's a presidential election today taking place in Namibia. That was from Victoria. Hey, that's interesting. Your people there, Kathleen. It's presidential election today, choosing the next leader. God help us. Yes, for sure. It's very important. It's very important to be involved in these things. I really do think. All right. We've got someone calling in. I don't know if it's an audio call, but I don't know if I should take it because it's I don't know what to make of it. If you want to call, actually it could be, I wonder if it's one of our breakfast show faithfuls. I don't know. Anyway, so let's keep it going, guys. So we're turning the dial now to look at margarine. We've built a case up for butter. Now let's look at margarine. Let's get into it now. Take it away, Kat.
We thought, butter is the enemy. These saturated fats, they are so bad for us. And so look at this lovely margarine that's going to take the place of butter. Well, now we know decades later, this margarine is so toxic and has caused all kinds of health conditions. The real butter is actually better.
All right, so she says that. All right, it's one thing to just say something, right? And just to put something out there. But now she's saying that, but why is she saying that? So we're going to have a look at 2D, Kat, all right, to see the effects that that margarine can actually have on the body. All right, let's have a look at this one coming up, guys. This is going to be very interesting. So she says that. She says, it's toxic. Okay, that's great. Ooh, shocking, right? But let's break it down a bit. Let's go into the margarine. Take it away, Kat.
Margarine, often seen as a benign butter substitute, conceals a complex history and nutritional profile that raises questions about its health implications and environmental impact. Once hailed as a healthy butter alternative, margarine's reputation is now on the line. Did you know? Margarine is packed with trans fats, the villains behind heart diseases. These trans fats elevate bad cholesterol while suppressing the good one, doubling the risk of heart issues.
Come on.
But that's not all. Margarine also contains processed oils and additives, potentially harming your body over time. Experts suggest opting for natural, plant-based fats or even real butter in moderation. Make an informed choice for your heart's health. Say no to the allure of margarine.
All right, so look, we're breaking it down a bit more. It's those trans fats that are the problem. It's these little things of margarine being processed, whereas butter is natural. The more we swing to that side, margarine is something that is being put together. We know that anything that is processed, the more human beings interfere with it, the more problematic it becomes. Share your thoughts, Debs.
Yeah, definitely. Because, it is so interesting now. I'm just thinking to myself now, if I wanted to make a cake, I'm not even gonna consider margarine I said to myself, I could just see myself scooping out the butter, flinging it in the flour. But yeah, so I did grow up thinking. Well, I always knew that when you think about dairy products, they say it's good, gives you calcium, good for teeth and bones, and but then some people say, oh well, and then people say, oh no, it's not good for you, and the dairy products, they're not good, but they are here to build you up.
And we're talking about grass-fed butter.
Yeah,
grass-fed butter. That's really important to kind of point out. And this creature has been pumped up full of hormones.
Yeah.
Did you know that maybe you, like me, I had an experience where Kaya, when she was like, I think 7 years old, she started to smell like a teenager in terms of body odor. And I'm like, that's not normal. To children these days, no, that's not normal. That's not how biology works. Then when I started to do my research into it, because I used to be a big fan of milk. I used to be a big fan of milk. I'll be like, if you don't have milk, you're not gonna have strong teeth and bones. I was literally.
So you were one of those ones that you have a big jug of milk, and when we look around, there's nothing left.
That's
for the
me. That was me. Then when I started to look into it a bit more, it explained that the reason why this is happening with our children is because they pump the cow full of hormones. So that cow has been made to grow. Guess what it's doing to my daughter? So then we went over to organic milk. All right, went over to organic milk, and as soon as we done that, it stopped. I even told my friend, he had his daughter, Kenya, they're about the same age. He said, when I mentioned it to him, he's like, yeah, the same thing happened with Kenya. I said, look, blah, blah, blah. You've done the same thing. Stopped. Because of those hormones that are in there, So we went to organic, but then afterwards I went on another journey where I just stopped drinking milk altogether. But there you go. All right, but grass-fed. That's the key thing here, because how much goodness is actually in the actual grass? Do you know what I mean? So that's really, really powerful. Even developing the subject even a bit more, because I was going to look at margarine, just to see the content of it, but I've got something a bit better. I've got a guy here, because maybe you're listening to some stuff like like me, we listen to the media and adverts and things that are promoted heavily in society concerning certain subjects, and this gentleman does a really good job of kind of showcasing that concerning margarine. Check this out. I like his material.
And here's a fun fact for you. These very accurate studies that demonize fat led to butter being replaced by heart-healthy margarine, a plant-based butter alternative loaded with trans fats, later discovered to be the most destructive thing you can do to your heart. But I'm sure that what they're doing this time with plant-based alternatives is gonna work out much better. Don't eat that, eat this. It'll be good for you. It's safe and effective. We would never do what we've already done. Trust us.
Yeah.
What's going on with that?
So he's making fun. It's satire, right? So he's like, yeah, trust us. He's talking about margarine. He's talking about margarine. That's the thing. All right. So you can see right now. Okay, am I being biased about margarine? Yeah, but we're just looking at what it actually contains, right? So here's an interesting thing about butter. So we're gonna go a bit more into it, how it actually came to be. Yeah. So margarine actually came on the scene, and we're talking it from a American perspective, okay? And we're gonna go into some more music in a second, just for you to digest everything we said. But free A Cat, go to free A, that one there on the far side. That's it. That's the guy. All right. So he kind of gives a bit of a synopsis. This is coming up. We have. Where is he? There he is. Yeah, so Chris Knob from Healthy Rebel. All right, Dr. Chris Knob, giving a bit of a background about margarine. All right, so we know, okay, so it's not that good for us, right? But here's a little bit of a background to kind of show where we are with margarine. Check this out, because it all comes down to money at the end of the day. Check this out.
One of the first things they did was create margarine. They called it oleomargarine, and eventually it became shortened to margarine, but that was a mix of cottonseed oil and butter. And then they would even use colorant to try to keep the color more like butter. They would, use a yellow dye in that. Then they began to adulterate olive oil and sell olive oil to customers in the U.S. and in Europe. So they were adulterating olive oil in the 1870s. In fact, the French made complaint in 1880 because we'd shipped something like 55,000 barrels, if I remember right. It might have been a lot more, but anyway, a huge number of barrels of so-called olive oil, and they knew it wasn't. They knew it had been adulterated, and they stopped importing our so-called olive oil altogether.
So think about that, guys. Yeah, the 1800s. Let's think about the French, right? People getting involved, all these kind of things. And so we have margarine today in our shops as if it's normal, right? As if it's normal. But at the end of the day, business is business. Everybody wants to make a buck. But at the end of the day, I think it's really important to be able to make our own choices and decisions to know what and what's happening and what's in the things that are being discussed, what's been talked about. I just want to put this picture in your mind for you to mull over, okay? So we're going to be looking at, so we've heard about where margarine came from. Okay, let's kind of have a look what they're doing today. Let's have a look at what they're doing today so we can have an idea where the problem is. Okay, you ready for this, guys? And take a note because we're going to give a trivia shortly and we're going to see what things you picked up. Have a look at this.
Let's define what vegetable and seed oils are. These oils are typically extracted from the seeds of plants such as corn, soybeans, sunflower, canola, rapeseed, and safflower. They are highly refined and undergo a process called chemical extraction, in which the oil is extracted using harsh chemicals. This process strips the oil of its natural nutrients and leaves behind a highly processed, unstable oil. Oftentimes, these highly unstable oils go through another process called hydrogenation, in which hydrogen is added to liquid vegetable oils to make them solid at room temperature. This process is done to ensure the products have a longer shelf life, but the process of hydrogenation changes the fats into trans fats. These are considered the worst type of fats to eat due to their negative impact on our cholesterol levels and their subsequent role in cardiovascular disease.
See it there. So this is what's happening. So you might even see something that says, like, I think you touched on it earlier, that says plant-based. And you know what I mean? And it's plant-based, but it's come from all these things and it's been processed. You know, when you heat these oils up, they become trans fats, they become something else. And they package it and they put it as plant-based. And those who are looking to be healthier buy into that. But it's something else. It's not what it started off as originally, you know. So we're literally, and margarine has a lot of these elements. It's quite interesting where we're going with this, guys. But knowledge is power. All right. Whoever has knowledge eats out of the hand. No, whoever doesn't have knowledge eats out of the hand of the one who does. And so we're going to be going into this morning. Ethel says, thank you so much for these topics. This is shocking, very interesting. So let's make some interesting choices. We're going to show you how to make butter, and we're going to also just kind of steer things more in butter's favor. Please bear in mind, don't go and do what people are doing and just chomping on butter. Because too much of anything is not good for you. All right, but we're just showing you that, you know what, if you do get something, you spread some grass-fed butter on there, there's good things to it, right? But I got this interesting thing, because even on the news and the media, like in TV talk shows, people are having discussions, ain't Kat? Check this clip out, guys. This is like, people have, even though butter's healthier, there's still other discussions happening. Check this, have a look.
I'll go first. I keep mine in the fridge. It's not safe to keep it out.
Right.
Yeah, you keep it in the fridge.
No, I'm sure. It is absolutely safe to keep it out. When you keep it out, it is soft and spreadable. At any point in time, you need a spreadable butter. It is there for you, just waiting to spread.
No, it's not. Okay, what do you?
Okay. First of all, I turned the temperature of my condo down so low that I can keep it on the cabinet.
Right.
But also, there's a butter container where you flip it upside down and it's in water.
Yes.
That's, am I right?
I've seen them. It's crazy.
What
it's
does
a
that
cup,
do?
and it goes in a water cup.
Yep.
And you keep the butter on top, and then when you pull it out, you can just perfectly take the butter off of it.
Whoa.
Look it up.
Really?
Water butter thing.
Water butter thing.
So informative.
They're having some serious discussions there.
They're really going all in.
That's a serious. So no one spoke about health benefits. It's just a case of how we gonna hold this butter. Like, you know, it is what it is. This is the reality, guys. And butter is a fundamental part of life. Everybody has butter or margarine in their fridge, right? Or freezer, whichever. Potato. But Mama Sonia was saying something.
Where do you keep your butter?
I keep it in the fridge. I mean, to be honest, only when we looked at this subject did I actually take it more seriously now, because I have some brands that I buy because I think it's buttery, right? But now I'm seeing there's more to it than that. What
So
about
which
you?
is better, outside or inside?
We're gonna. A lady's actually gonna share that with us, because also depending whether it's salted or unsalted, there are some things to consider there as well, as we're gonna go through it today. But something interesting that Mama Sonia actually said, that you was upset
Yeah, because some time ago, long time now, somebody mentioned to me. I don't remember his name. The man who's in charge, who head for the tobacco.
Okay.
You know his name. Somebody said to me, although he is making money from the tobacco, from cigarettes, he doesn't allow smoking around him. He doesn't
Just
smoke.
imagine, yeah. Yeah.
So he said, this is the toxicity in all of these things. They're making the money. They know what's good.
Yeah. They're probably not eating it. They're not eating
using
it. Yeah, they're not eating it themselves, but they're ready to give it to other people to consume.
So that's quite interesting, right? So this is the life that we're living in. And so, you know, I say here, butter. But even then, like I said, in the news report, there's issues with butter. I have my issues with butter. Do you know what my issues with butter is?
What's that?
Why is it some people just can't scrape the top? Why they have to jagga the butter?
Oh, those are the kids.
What is that? No, listen, this brother knows my pain. Check this clip out coming up now. Look, jagga the butter. Look at it.
Well, thank you so much for coming all the way from England just to visit
Oh,
me.
yeah.
Jeez, the pleasure is all mine. Your place is absolutely amazing, and I've had a wonderful time.
I like that butter knife. Very cute.
Oops.
This is
What,
it.
are you digging?
I dig for gold.
Are you searching for gold? Are you digging? Is this like a Swedish? Are you digging a hole? Are you looking for something at the bottom of this small packet? I don't really understand. It must be something very interesting in the bottom here, because there is a massive hole in the middle of this butter. Well,
dig for
I don't
gold.
know, maybe there is gold down there. Maybe there is gold. Maybe you can make for another chain. Or maybe a big meteorite crashed into this packet while I wasn't looking. Did you see any?
Oh my God. Oh my days.
You know, it's funny. It falls in that category of things that people will say, "Oh, why would you be so nitpicky about complaining?" But it's so valid to complain
It's
about.
valid.
Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that?
Yeah, it just looks so untidy, doesn't it?
It's more than untidy. It's feisty. You take your time. You go over to, you open the fridge at night. You know, whichever time of the day. You take the top off. You put it to the side. You get the knife sideways, and you just, and it makes it easy to
I
go
could
on the
just
bread.
imagine him. Like,
But somebody like they've been watching like Friday the 13th movies, and they get that. Like,
Honestly,
I'm digging for gold.
you know when people leave crumbs from their toast.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Don't think I won't call the police. Okay? Don't think I'm not gonna call the cops.
Call the food.
Okay?
Call the popo.
Oh gosh.
It's outrageous.
Yeah, that one is. That is.
We've got a comment here from Jacinth over in CSEP, which is a beautiful location over there in Croydon Supplementary Centre in Croydon. She says, listening from 7:15, excellent informative show. Couldn't listen to yesterday's repeat show at 4 p.m. People tune in at 4 p.m. You see that? Repeat. How else can I get access to it? We'll organise. Our guy Jay is gonna tweak it out for you to be able to catch it as well. Apologies, I've been listening from 7:15 a.m. Now it's great to have you with us, Miss Jacinth. You're absolutely awesome. All right, and I think a lot of people are going to see a lot of stuff from CSEP. They do a lot in the community. Absolutely phenomenal. So this is it. Butter isn't just about a spread. There are emotional ties happening here. You see, everybody at the table of justice is like expressing themselves. Yeah, even Will, I can see the iron tiger being released from you, and you're generally a friendly guy. You know. Like, I'm saying, like, he's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's a friendly guy, but I saw the beast come out. You know, and Kathleen kind of went quiet, like.
Just like, is that Will?
She's the Jaga person. Confess, are you the Jaga person? You Jaga, but no?
Not at all.
Okay. Thank God. All right. So from Jaga, the butter, right? Jaga in the butter, and all that kind of stuff to TV shows, people expressing themselves. All right. You know, we're learning a lot about butter now, but once again, we're bringing it back home because it is literally about health, right? It is literally about health at the end of the day. We've got a nice piece here, just bringing it home. We're laughing, but we're talking about butter. You know. margarine, versus we got a nice piece here concerning our heart and margarine. Remember, the issue is that even they might have plant-based oils and all this kind of stuff, is how they prepare those oils. That's the challenge. The more we get away from nature, from being in its natural state, we're having problems. Check this clip out.
In the latter half of the 20th century, margarine was marketed as a heart-healthy alternative to butter due to its lower levels of saturated fat. However, many margarine products contained high levels of trans fats, which are now known to be more harmful to heart health than saturated fats. The promotion of margarine as a healthy alternative to butter led to an increase in the consumption of trans fats, which has since been linked to a higher risk of heart disease.
The struggle is real. The struggle is real. But even in saying that, when you go to the grocery stores, like Kathleen touched on before, I think you mentioned it as well, Debs, that not all butters are equal. All right, we have this lovely lady who's actually gone on a quest. There she is, right down the side. So who's basically like, talking about what's in the actual stores that's being considered as butter, but they're not all created equally. Check this out.
So how do you choose the right butter? For spreading on toast, bear in mind that they are usually blended with oil, so they're not real butter. For baking, we want something with 82 to 84% butter fat.
That's it.
So obviously don't squeeze the life out of it, but if you can give it a slight nudge, generally the harder the butter, the higher the fat content. We want to be aware of margarine that looks like butter and can be right next to butter, but they're actually not real butter in that sense. They're made out of blend of oil, so you want to avoid that if you can, because it can really affect the texture of your product.
All right, we're getting that.
My mum's gonna be sad.
She's gonna be sad. Why'd you say that?
Her favorite butter was shown there.
Yeah.
Larpac.
Yeah, me too. I like that one.
It's a higher quality.
It's a higher quality one, but it's mixed with other
things. So it depends what your goal is, right? Depends what if you want just taste and you're like, I'm not bothered. You know what I mean? More power to you. But we're just kind of showing, how far we can go to do better. That's basically what we're showing this morning to something as simple as butter.
I've got some comments in the live chat. Chanel from Kilburn is laughing ahead of Ethel saying hi. Julie says, I hate when you use a knife and you jam and peanut butter and crumbs and it dries. So it's like a mixture of all things. So people gone choose the jam and they have the crumbs and everything. Not nice. I know, Majuli. Becca said that's a crime against the butter. And Annabelle says, I also hate the digging in of the butter. And Annabelle says, all the jaga butter. You need to stop it. And she's laughing. Anita Samuel says, my brother does the same, digging into the butter. I hate it. The jaga. Stop the jaga.
Stop the jaga.
Please
protect the butter.
Please,
we need crime against butter. I like it.
Butter lives matter.
Butter lives matter. That should be a campaign. Those of you jaga. Watch Friday the 13th. For some reason, you just can't you have to
jaga. Butter, not jagger.
We've got quite a few memes there. All right, so we got another thing I want to show you guys. Basically, we talked about the differences of different types of butter, right? So we know that not all butters are created equally, but they all have their own particular purposes. Have a look at this clip very quickly.
On the science of butter, and since it's baking season, I will explain the different styles. If you're ever at the dairy aisle in a grocery store, you've probably seen European, cultured, Amish, sweet cream, salted and unsalted. Here's what they each mean and when to use them. What is known as American style comes in sticks, is churned the shortest period of time, so it usually contains 80% butter fat, resulting in a lighter flavor, color, and harder texture. It's ideal for baking, especially with American recipes. However, brands like Vital Farms contain 85% butter fat, so it's going to have a stronger flavor, smoother texture, better for spreading. Irish and European are churned longer, so they're 82% butterfat, resulting in a stronger butter flavor, smoother, more spreadable texture. Irish is slightly different because it contains beta-carotene, giving it an iconic yellow appearance. Butters are ideal for spreading, European recipes, or anything where you'd want a strong butter flavor like pastry. Amish style is churned longer at 84% butter fat. If you want a strong, rich, smooth flavor, opt for Amish. If you want to use it for baking, you need to adapt your recipe similar to Irish, European, and Vital Farms to adjust for the extra fat. Lastly, cultured. Cultured is 82% butter fat. It contains live bacteria and is fermented for 20 hours before being churned. Ideal for spreading or any recipe where you want more acid or
Love it. So, not all, but you okay there, Kat?
It's a whole science.
It's a whole science,
yeah,
right?
Like,
yeah, but I think the other lady put it quite nicely. If it's 80% butter,
80
above
to 82%, 80 or above, then you know it's the real deal.
All right. Now, here's an interesting question that Kat had. We talked about having it out. Should you have your butter covered or should you have your butter in the fridge? What's the best option? So we have a nice quirky. We're going to go into our trivia in just a moment. But we have a lady. She's quite quirky.
My friend, the time went by.
It went quick, isn't it?
Yeah.
You see, that's why we can't have too many songs. You know the songs we're playing, we just like, and then we got Debs on the table and Auntie so that they're on the table like, you know what I mean? So like, and the time just goes, like, it just goes. Especially when you're
in the kitchen, get some tissue.
Yeah, Mama Sonia, like, everyone just on the table of justice. I'm like, don't tell Bishop, you know. I'm joking. Okay, guys. So I've got a nice clip here. This lady, she literally breaks it down about butter in or out of the fridge. In or out of the fridge. So she's quite prestige.
I think in the fridge.
Have a look to see. You think in the fridge?
Yeah,
what do you
most
think?
definitely.
Probably in the fridge.
Yeah,
in the fridge. What do you think, Will?
Yeah.
Fridge. And to be honest with you, I couldn't.
Yeah,
just fridge.
We keep it outside.
You keep it outside. Okay.
When it's new and we haven't opened it yet, we keep it in the fridge.
Okay.
But
After that, okay. Let's see what our lady here. She hates germs, by the way. So let's see what she says.
If you're entertaining or you have guests for the weekend and you normally buy unsalted butter, you may want to rethink that, and I'll tell you why. Most people remove butter so that it can be a spreadable consistency. The problem is, if it's unsalted butter, you can only remove it and let it sit on the counter for up to 30 minutes to an hour. If it's salted butter, you can actually leave it out for up to 4 days. So if you have a big dinner party, you have nothing to worry about as long as there's salt in that butter. If for health reasons you can't have salted butter, then you have to keep in mind, get the butter back into the fridge after an hour because it's not very healthy to keep it sitting out on the counter. I'm Madam Sweat, and I love everything about hygiene. So if you have any questions, please put them below.
No, but what's wrong if you keep it out though? She didn't specifically say.
Yeah, she didn't say, but I think it's more to do with bacteria.
But you know, like with the salt, because when you but you know when you salt things, it's supposed to preserve it. That's what I'm thinking. That's because salt is a preservative. So leaving it out for the 4 days makes sense. But I wouldn't really do that because it's a dairy product and perishable goods.
Absolutely. So I think like if I was because I think my butter is like it's too hard. Right, you end up like blowtorching it just so you can spread like onto some toast because it's like so hard. So I get what you're saying about leaving it outside and probably putting something on top so no one sneezes and cough over it. I understand that completely, you know. But like you got salted and what's for a cat? No. You looked at me with that glare in your eyes. It's like if Robert came and visited, he'll cough all over our butter.
I really hope you enjoyed this episode of the program. We have a lot more episodes covering a lot more themes on The Breakfast Show. And guess what? Your experience can be even deeper and more interactive because we are live weekdays from Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on libertyradio.co.uk. On that Liberty Radio platform, we have a whole host of other inspirational material. As well as that, we have our breakfast show in the mornings. Check it out. There's a live chat, there's a video feed, and you can get up to date on all the breakfast show antics and fun, vim, excitement, and all that kind of crazy stuff that we love to enjoy. This is Robbie here, Robust Presenter, and I hope to see you live and enjoy the next one.